Okay, YouTube, let's talk about the Milwaukee Riots. Alright, so there's an armed guy who got shot by the cops. It wasn't a racial issue because both of the people were African American, so why was there a riot? Honestly, I don't know. I think the whole riot idea was stupid. Yes, somebody lost their life. Yes, I'm not for taking somebody else's life. But at the same time, dude had a stolen gun, was armed, had it in hand when he turned around to the cop. Guy was gonna get shot. So, that being said, I actually believe that was a cover-up news story explosion to try and hide the fact that the Navajo Nation last Tuesday filed on the Gold King mine toxic spill. Over 3 million gallons of water tainted with heavy metals such as lead and arsenic and mercury got leaked into an essential drinking water supply for 3 or 4 states and the Navajo Nation, and nobody's heard about this. So, what does the EPA have to say about this? They said they were carefully excavating around a known water spring, and they observed a water spout. This is their second statement. Their first statement says that they were working backhoes around a known spring and accidentally caused this incident. Well, if you knew there was a spring that could have contained toxic waters that could have flown into a river that stretches several states, why wouldn't you be more prepared to handle something like this? So, the EPA is being sued right now by the Navajo Nation. New Mexico also filed for full and just compensation for the damages. Navajo Nation says it's probably the worst environmental disaster in American history. Like, that's a pretty big bill to have. I can't imagine why they couldn't think to have like runoff ponds like they ended up having to build. They ended up building like 4 runoff ponds to detoxify the water that was still coming out for days after the event. I really can't think about why they wouldn't build those prior to digging around a water source that they knew was in the ground prior to digging around in the ground by the mine, because we use all sorts of toxic crap to dig out in the mines. Just my 2 cents. I really think that the whole Milwaukee news situation is actually just a cover-up news story written by the government and told to have people to go ahead and forget about the Gold King mine incident, because who the hell knows about this? I didn't even know about this until I started looking up the Milwaukee news. Because I was originally just going to talk about that, but then I was like, whoa! 3 million gallons of water with lead, arsenic, and mercury and other metals, some of them at 300 times the safe drinking rate, go into the water and nobody fucking knows about this? That happened last year. Still nobody knew about this. I've never seen anything like that on any of my news articles that I see. Nobody knows about this. Nobody, my mom and my aunt, who are also, and my grandmother even, who are all really big news buffs, who always watch the news and who always tell me about stuff that they see on the news. Nobody mentioned this to me. It didn't get on the news. Like, how do you not have one of the biggest ecological disasters not covered by the news? I mean, this incident caused the water to be turned gold. Like, How do you not hear about that? It's a cover-up. That's all. I feel like I should put on my tinfoil hat and just start marching down the street somewhere, handing out flyers about this with all sorts of facts. But I do have the links down below to the official EPA statements for everything since the incident occurred last August. Now, my question of the day for you guys is, do you think the EPA is a competent entity, or are they just trying to cover stuff up? Like, do you think they're worth the tax dollars that we give them to not fuck shit up if they're still fucking shit up? Thank you, YouTube, for watching. I plan on actually telling you guys about a set schedule that I have decided to come up with for releasing content, because I am really bad at just letting things go if I don't set a schedule. I'm one of those people who need to have a schedule if I want to do things. So on Tuesdays, I will be posting a vlog, usually about my weekend or what I've done, which will probably mostly consist of gaming, to be honest, right now, because I'm not that rich to go out and do a lot of shit, and Asheville is an expensive city sometimes. There's also a lot of really cool free stuff to do, but the free stuff days are coming to an end with the school year. Also, on Thursday, I'll be trying to post more news stories, something that either I think is really controversial, something really shocking, like something really that just needs to be talked about that I feel isn't talked about, or something that I feel I should add my 2 cents in. And then on Saturdays, I'm going to start doing challenge videos. And eventually my goal is on Sundays, I would like to post content suggested by you guys throughout the week in the comments. And my cutoff day for that would be on Friday. I would film that. So basically it would be Saturday, all your comments Saturday through Thursday, whatever got voted for me to do for Sunday video, I would then film on Friday. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with more.